Salibonani Makadi Muria Zimbabwe. Welcome to the very first episode of the Girls Table podcast. I'm your host, Louisa Mwatse. This podcast will deliver content surrounding gender and electoral processes along with other relevant information. With the upcoming harmonized elections, we at the Girls Table would love to applaud every Zimbabwean who took part in the voters' registration blitz. You are fantastic. We all know that for us to have a say in the changes we want to see in our country, we need to be registered to vote. Our vote plays a huge part in selecting the leaders we want to see lead us into a brighter future. Now, let's get on with our topic for the day, which is gender in politics. What is the relationship between gender and politics? Well, researchers on gender and politics have discovered that people's participation in politics is greatly related to their gender and stereotypes associated with them. In Zimbabwe, for example, women are seen as the childbearers, homemakers, and as the weaker gender in terms of their physical attributes, their emotions, and their ability to close deals in business settings. On the other hand, men are seen as the authoritative figures, able to hold their own in business meetings and close deals. They are also expected to be the heads of the home, meaning they are the providers and have the final say in the issues of the household, like where the children must attend school and the household budget. The same seems to ring true in politics. We have more women being employed in less demanding sectors and less men taking up jobs that take away their authoritative position in society. In the 2022 by-elections, 5 women were elected for parliament out of the 28 parliamentary seats contested. At the local government level, 19 women were elected to councils as compared to the 103 men elected in councils. Now, you must be wondering why. Why is it that women, who make up 52% of the country's population, are the least represented in government? The answer to that question may seem simple, but it is very complex. Section 3 of the Electoral Act states that every citizen has the right to participate in government directly or through freely chosen representatives and is entitled, without distinction on the grounds of gender, to stand for office and cast a vote freely. What this essentially means is that women can participate freely in politics, regardless of their gender, and are free to do so as a standalone candidate or as a part of an association which is involved in politics. If that is the case, how is it that women are still not comfortable enough to run for office, participate in politics, and cast their votes? This is because women experience violence in the political system. This is because people have negative perceptions about women in politics. They are labeled loose and immoral. Zimbabwe's patriarchal society does not support women who participate in politics. Women are viewed as inferior to men, and some women share the same thought process, so they are willing to cast their votes for male candidates. The question now is, why is it important for women to be involved in electoral processes? Is it even necessary for women to register to vote? If we do register to vote, who are we voting for, and how will it affect us? I asked Linda Joseph, a young lady who is a development practitioner, what she, as a woman living in Zimbabwe, thought about the importance of women registering to vote. This is what she had to say.
It's Linda Joseph, and I'm 21 years old, and I'm a development practitioner studying development studies at Catholic University. As a woman, I think it is important for the citizens, even the women, to register to vote, because it is that's how citizens participate in the democratic process. Zimbabwe is a democratic country. So by registering to vote, we those number of registers, they are used by the local authorities or the government to aid their duties properly regarding security, law enforcement, and crime prevention. So when one registers to vote, it is our voice, and that's how we electing our leaders who will present us outside, and who are able to talk on our behalf, our ideas, and supporting our interests. So it is important for one to register to vote, especially women, so that our voices can be heard and we are regarded as people in the community.
So, from what Linda said, I gather that as a Zimbabwean citizen, it is our civil duty to register to vote and to cast our vote in order to make a difference. Our votes help our leaders know how best to help us as a country and how best to relate to us in a way that we will be able to understand how they will come to our aid. As a woman, it is our right to vote, as it will allow us to have our voices heard on the issues affecting us. We should not be fearful of what society will say or do when we choose to put our needs first and do what is right. Laurel Thatcher Ulrich once said, "Well-behaved women seldom make history." If we as the women of Zimbabwe want to make history, we have to be ready to step out of our comfort zones and break some stereotypical rules. We need to stand strong and firm in our belief that if women and men collectively participate in politics for the greater good of our country, there is nothing that can hold us back from becoming a great nation. And who knows, one day we might welcome the first ever female president of Zimbabwe. In the next episode, I will touch on another pressing topic with regards to gender in electoral processes. For more information, follow us on our social media handles on Anchor, The Girls Table, on Facebook at The Girls Table, on Twitter at table_girls, and on Instagram at the.girlstable. Until next time, my name is Louisa Mwatse, and this has been the Girls Table Podcast. Your vote is your vote.